Hi, I'm Joy,
Hi, I'm Susan.
and this is Girlish Gurus. And Susan, why are we here?
We are here to start a conversation about female empowerment and the issues facing women our age at this time, and to have some fun along the way.
So, let's get started.
Okay.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome to Girlish Gurus. I'm Susan,
I'm Joy.
and we're really happy to have a special guest with us today, Joy.
My dear friend, Lorraine Miano from the Magic of Menopause, making menopause magical.
I'm so glad to be back, ladies.
Yes, we're thrilled to have you. This is exciting. We've been looking forward to this.
Me
Oh,
too.
so much so. Yes, absolutely. It's wonderful to have you back. And today we're going to talk about lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, on this episode, we want to talk about safe products. And Lorraine has put together some information, I think, on safe products for us to use on our bodies, for our faces, around the house.
Yeah, I mean, we want to pay attention to everything we put on our bodies because many of them are hormone disruptors.
Ooh.
And why is that important?
Well, especially if you're a woman in the perimenopause to menopause phase, those can affect the symptoms you might have, so causing hormone imbalance in our bodies, from hot flashes to even weight gain. So our skin is our largest organ, and whatever we're putting on it is being absorbed into our bodies.
Yep. So much fun.
Yeah.
So where should we start, Lorraine? What do you think?
I can just start with giving you an idea of just how many products women use on average.
Oh, that would be interesting. That's scary to think because I know myself.
On average, at least 12 products a day we're putting on our bodies.
I'm actually surprised it's not more.
Yeah. And I probably use quite a bit more than that. If you think about your shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, face creams, body creams, even our toothpaste,
Right.
everything. And not only those chemicals, but also if you are using dryer sheets or fabric softeners, and that's on your clothes, and all day long it's being released onto your skin, and that's all being absorbed into your body. So later we can talk about safe laundry products
Okay.
too.
But not just that. Cleaning products, candles,
Yep.
things you spray for scent in the room, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Anything, I know we were going to talk about what to look for on packaging, but anything that says perfume or fragrance, you want to stay away from because most of that is synthetic. If it's an essential oil, that might be okay, but even that you have to be careful which essential oils you're using. And I don't want to get into that today because that's there's just too
broad
much.
of a topic, yeah.
But even if you're diffusing essential oils, you want to be sure the ones that you're diffusing are safe, not only for you, but for your pets in
Right.
the house too. So yeah, there's so many phases to chemicals and products, but a good place to start is what you're putting on your skin.
Okay, well then let's start there.
Yeah. So actually, as I became a menopause, I guess, expert, and I was concerned about hormone balance, I learned that many of these products can mimic estrogen in our bodies. So what could happen is you can become estrogen dominant and have the symptoms of that, like heavy bleeding, hot flashes, different things that can come on with the hormone imbalance that goes with that. So some of the things you want to look for on products are phthalates, parabens, sulfates. Like you'll see that sodium lauryl sulfate, which is the chemical that makes things suds. You want to try to stay away from that.
Okay.
So there are many shampoos that women find that they may not like them as much because you put them on your hair and they don't suds up as much, but they are so much healthier and your hair will get clean
Okay.
using those products. A most recent one that I found was, I think it's called Harlinikin. I was reading Tony Robbins' book, his latest book,
Yes.
Life Force. And it's all about living healthier, longer, and some of the products he talks about are wonderful. So the hair products, and I know I'm mispronouncing that, but I do have it on my website. I created a menopause market for products just for women because I became so obsessed with all of that because I knew how important it was for women to really put good things on their body and eliminate all of the other stuff. And one of the other products that he talked about, and I actually started using and love it, is called One Skin. And it is a product that has been proven. It's 3 women, all PhDs in chemical background, and they created this product that not only is good for your skin, it's been proven to make your skin younger. So it's like one of the only products that actually shows that your skin is actually becoming
Where can
younger.
I get of that? Right.
So I've
Something I can swim
curated.
in.
So a lot of these products that we're talking about, I have in my menopause market, and thankfully,
Wonderful.
many of them they've given me discount codes and coupon codes for them, so you can look for that.
All right.
there.
So we will, of course, share
Yeah.
Lorraine's link to her website in the notes for the show.
And all of the products that I curate, either I use them personally, have used them, or I know people that use them. It's things that I would only use myself. I would never put anything on there that I wouldn't use. So
Well,
you know
that's
that
good to
whatever's
know.
whatever's on there. So, and then this one company, this One Skin, also has a body cream. So it's a little bit different. What you would put on your body wouldn't be as sensitive skin as
Right.
your face. So they also have a body cream that I've been using. I love.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
So I have a question. So petrols that show up in like body lotions or face lotions, I have read that anything with a petrol kind of word in it, petroleum, means it's
Petrolatum.
So tell us about that, and if we should be looking out for that, why? Because to me, that was always something I worried about.
Well, a good place to start, there's a website called Environmental Working Group, EWG.org.
Okay.
And they have an app. You can put it on your phone or you could search it on the computer. It's called Skin Deep. You can actually put in each of the products that you use by name, by the commercial name, and we'll get to if just in case it's not in there, but it should come up with ratings. The higher the rating, the worse the product. And they rate them by allergens, toxins,
Wow.
cancer-causing, hormone-disrupting. So you could actually check each of your products for those specific kinds of things, the petrols, the parabens, the phthalates, the sodium lauryl sulfate, all of those chemicals, fragrance, perfume, to see exactly what it could be causing on your body. And you want to try to stick to under 4 because it's really hard to find a product that's strictly 1. They're out there, but it might be difficult to find.
Right.
But of course, the lower the number, the better. If your product is not listed in their database, you can look on the back of your products for each of the ingredients and then just enter each ingredient to see the level of toxicity that it might have.
That's a fantastic resource.
Yeah, it's great. They have it for the Skin Deep. They have a list of the top sunscreens you should use for your not only for you but for your family.
Right.
They have a water database. We haven't even talked about water yet, how important it is to drink filtered water, but also to be bathing in filtered water, because again, our skin is our largest organ.
Right.
There are so many chemicals in the water that comes from the water treatment plant.
Right.
So I highly recommend a whole house filter. And if you can't do a whole house filter, at least put something on your shower head. They do have like the filtration that you can put on your shower head just to keep those chemicals out of your body.
Okay.
There's a great company called Aquasana. I have that on my website. That's the system we put on our home.
Okay.
And I think it's so beneficial for people to really look at that. So on EWG, they have a water database. You can actually put in your zip code and see the level of toxins in your water.
Oh, that's a little scary.
Right. Yep. Or you could take the extra step of sending your water off to have it tested, which actually we did. So there's steps that you can take in addition to that. You just got to be proactive about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And try not to use plastic water bottles, of course. You know, buy a stainless steel or glass water bottle and use that and take it around with you. And try to avoid plastics altogether if you can. BPA is another big thing, carcinogen. So we want to try to stay away from plastics. Look for if you're eating canned goods, make sure they're BPA. The liner is BPA free.
It's a lot to think about.
It's an enormous amount. Yeah.
Once you get it under your belt, though, you know that basically when you're looking for products, you may not have to search, oh, does it have this, this, and this in it? Many products will say right on the label, phthalate, paraben, sulfate free.
Okay.
And you want to look for organic products as much as possible, too. There's a lot of skincare that's organically based, you know, and some of them will say 70%, 90%, 100%. So as much as you can look for an organic product as well.
And that's actually becoming more mainstream. That's becoming more of a popular thing. There are a lot of skincare lines out there that are now, wherever you're shopping, that are organic. And I think it has to be a certain percentage before they can put the organic label
certified.
on it.
Yeah,
Yep.
to have a certified organic. And a lot of them are third-party tested. You can look for that too to see if they're tested. Many women, I found that once they changed their skincare and the products that they were putting on their bodies, their hot flashes went away.
Wow.
Things like that. So important.
So where can we find a lot of these products? Do you have some places that we could recommend to the listeners?
Yeah, I mean, even EWG, they have Skin Deep certified products, that app
okay.
on there. So you can search their
So wait a second. You can actually get that app for your phone?
Skin Deep.
Okay.
And you can search, and they have Skin Deep certified, or it might be EWG certified, which is the main website, products that have gone through the testing, and they really come out on top with like the low rating in the toxins.
And are they fairly easy to find now? I mean, I know they may not have been 10 years ago, but is it easier to
actual
find
products.
the products that are healthier for us?
There are websites. I think one is called Thrive Market, which you can probably find a lot of products on.
Okay.
Whole Foods has their whole section
Right.
there that you can find good products.
Okay.
There's so many things online that you can find, and that's why I've tried to curate as many as I could, the best ones that I could find
Okay.
on my website.
That's wonderful. So we're going to, again, provide Lorraine's website and some of these other apps or websites for you to access in the notes. So please take advantage of that. But maybe let's move on to home products. And what do we need to be looking for there? And how can we better protect ourselves from the chemicals and things like that in those products?
Yeah, we touched on the dryer sheets and fabric softeners.
Yeah.
Those are probably the worst things.
Really?
The worst. So like, I won't name specific products, but they stay on your clothing, and then throughout the day you're sweating, you're doing whatever, they're being absorbed into your body consistently throughout the day. So throw those products away. Do not use dryer sheets. And instead of a fabric softener, a great thing to use is white vinegar and a few drops of essential oil. So
In your wash?
Yeah, you can mix a bottle ahead of time, and then just add the white vinegar, and then just maybe 10 drops of essential oil to like a little, I don't know, a quart bottle. And then just in your rinse cycle, wherever you would normally put your fabric softener, you just pour that into there.
Really?
Yeah. And then you can also use those wool balls. I know in my family, some of them are allergic to wool, so they are afraid to use them, so they'll just do the other. But on the wool balls, you could actually just put a few drops of essential oil if you feel like you need a scent. You
I've been using
don't
those for
use them.
years. Yeah.
And you just toss them, put them in with your clothes, and that'll soften them up in the, in the
Okay.
wash.
I had never seen those before, and I think I saw something on that Drew Barrymore put on her website or on an Instagram post about those, and I went, "Oh, I'm going to have to look into
Yeah.
those because I've used the dryer sheets,
Yeah.
and I don't really like it because you can feel it when."
And plus, they clog up things
Yes.
in the dryer and just build up. You can have dryer fires because of all that stuff that builds up in there. So yeah, eliminate those dryer sheets
Okay.
and just get those wool balls.
Okay.
And then, of course, for your detergent, you don't want anything that has any dyes or perfumes or scents. So look for things that are possibly plant-based. On my website, I have one that's called Truly Free, and they have like no dyes, no scents, nothing, plant-based. And they even go so far as they send you one container, and then you just reuse that container. So they're environmentally friendly too. They'll just send you like a packet to then make it a concentrate, and then you make up your own kind of
Oh,
stuff.
that's great.
And another one that I love is Charlie soap, and you can get that on Amazon. You may even be able to get it at Whole Foods. I'm not sure of other supermarkets, but it's like a powder, and it's basically got nothing in it except like some kind of a soap base, but that's not toxic.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, when I use that, my laundry smells like what you think laundry should smell like, that fresh air kind of smell. It just has no fragrance, no perfume, just like a really fresh kind of scent. So I really like
Nice.
Charlie soap too.
Okay. And what about other cleaning products for around the house?
Again, as much as you can, white vinegar is great for everything. We wash our floors with it, countertops, you can make it a spray bottle, and then just again, add essential oil if you want to, and just use that to clean things in your home. As much as you can, white vinegar is great for cleaning things. Of course, now people are concerned with bacteria and things like that. So I would just let it sit on the counter for a while. Just make sure you wash things well.
Well, Norwex. I also use the Norwex cloths.
That wipes away a lot of stuff.
And baking soda and things like that.
Yeah, microfiber cloths are great for just
Well,
pulling up
Norwex has the silver thread in it.
Yeah.
And that's a really good product to use. I've been using those for years as
I've
well.
got a ton of those too.
They actually make a whole slew of different types of products, and you can get cloths to use on your body, on your EnviroCloths to clean with. And the one I really, really like is the window or the mirror cleaning cloth.
Yeah, you just need water.
And it works
Great.
so well.
That was the best one I've ever used. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll put a link to that as well then.
And just like you said, your face cloths. You won't even need soap or anything to wash your face with. I remember somebody that we knew, Joy and I knew, talking about removing their makeup without using anything but the Norwex cloth.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, but the great thing about that is vinegar is so inexpensive. So if you're going to use that as a cleaning product, you're probably also going to save a lot of money using it.
Yeah. And if you need something more intense, like Norwex also has a wonderful, it sounds like we're doing the commercial for Norwex, but they really are. So if you know a Norwex distributor, find them because they do have good products. But they have a paste, a cleaning paste that's safe. So if you really need to like scrub your shower or your sinks or things like that and really get something out of there, they have this really good paste that you can use too.
Okay. As far as the house cleaning products, same thing. Look for stuff that doesn't have scents and...
Yeah, unless it's essential oils or things like that. There's a pretty safe. But yeah, as much as you can, scent-free. Dish soaps, cleaning supplies.
And what about like garden stuff outside?
So funny you should say this. We have bunnies in our yard and they do like flowers. They like to eat my flowers.
Yes.
So one thing I would recommend is I make
It's
a
a
little
love-hate relationship.
I love them. I do love them. As a matter of fact, I have little babies running around the yard right now, and they're so cute. So I made a little feeding area for them. So my husband insists that I'm attracting them to the yard, but I feel like I'm just keeping them away from my flowers. So I put all my old produce instead of having...
So basically, you're making an organic salad bar for your rabbits.
I am. And they love
doing.
it. I put all my old produce that maybe just might not be
It's
the best
past it a little,
looking.
yeah.
And so I'll put that out there for them and they love it. They have that little feeding area right under my bird feeder and St. Francis is sitting there. But yeah, so they love it. But we have purchased organic sprays to spray on the flowers, like to keep them away. And there are organic fertilizers that are safer. You don't want to use pesticides in your garden, and especially if you have a vegetable garden, you want to use any organic kind of things on that. And Home Depot has some things you can purchase there. I don't specifically know the names of them. My husband's kind of in charge of buying those, but I always tell him make sure that it doesn't have any toxins in it. So we're very careful about that in the yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to talk about as far as products for us or for our home?
I just want women to just really pay attention to what it is that they're putting on their bodies. And we didn't really talk about toothpaste and that kind of thing. But also, I know it's kind of controversial, but fluoride itself really can be a hormone disruptor, can do all kinds of things in our body. And I actually saw a sign the other day that said the new fluoride is xylitol, which is it's actually a sugar alcohol
Substitute, yeah.
and but
It's a sugar substitute that
sugar
we've
substitute.
used. Yes, for my father-in-law who's diabetic. My husband has very much been into, I'm going to make desserts for him using sugar substitutes, and one of them is xylitol.
Yeah, and it's been proven to be so beneficial for our teeth, for preventing plaque buildup, for bacteria, for actually people have said that it had help their enamel. So I actually started using a Spry, I think it's called Spry, S-P-R-Y, which is a xylitol toothpaste and a mouthwash.
Okay.
And they also have dental mints and gum. So that could help also with your teeth. So try to stay away from fluoride.
Okay.
I know that's a
hard one.
But xylitol has been proven to be more beneficial and not toxic.
And what about makeup?
Same thing. So I curate organic makeup too. There's so many wonderful companies and they're being very careful about what they put in their products. One of them is Vapor Beauty. I love their products. I have their stuff on my site because you really want to pay attention again for all those nasty chemicals. And you can check on Skin Deep. They'll also have information on all of the makeup too.
Well, what are you wearing today? Because you look great. Your makeup is really good.
I'm wearing Belladonna makeup, which is an organic makeup company. I've got them on the site. And I buy a lot of things from Thrive Market. And I have some Vapor Beauty. And Beauty Counter is another one.
I've been wearing Beauty Counter for a while.
Beauty Counter is sold. It's like a multi-level marketing kind
it
of thing,
is.
but they have good products. And actually, I think they are EWG certified.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's another good company.
I've used Jane Iredale products before too. You can get those at Whole Foods, I believe.
You can get them. There's stores, like there's a store in our local mall that has a Jane Iredale counter in it. Like a kiosk.
Okay.
I'm wearing her eyeshadow too.
Yeah.
So
She's got
good
beautiful
good products.
eyeshadows.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If you were embarking on this journey, trying to make your environment more environmentally friendly and trying to get rid of as many toxins as you possibly can, where would you start? Obviously, fabric softener and dryer sheets. But what else?
Then the cleaning supplies, I would say just buy a jug of vinegar. You can start there. If you can't afford, and some of these products can be expensive, some of the organic skincare products, whatever, but a good place to start, we didn't talk about this, is plain old coconut oil or even olive oil are great moisturizers. I remember my grandmother taking olive oil and just massaging it into her head, like instead of doing, like now they have masks that you could put on your hair, whatever. And she had the most gorgeous, shiny hair. So like once a week, she would just like massage olive oil into her hair. So that's a good place to start too, if you want to just start simply with things that you have at home. It is a big one. I would say the water filter. If you can't afford a whole house water filter, at least put it on your shower head and your drinking water.
Okay.
Yeah, good place to start.
Okay, so this brings me to my next question. Can you talk for a few minutes about other homemade products or things we can make ourselves? Because for a lot of years, I've been making my own toner. You know how you wash your face and you need a little toner to put on, spray on? I've been making it myself. I use some of my filtered water and I put a few drops of essential oils in it. And that's what I use.
And you
for
could
my
use
toner.
witch hazel too. A lot of people might use witch hazel for a toner. And like I said, you can use the coconut oil, different things like that for your face. You can also add some essential oils to, you could add essential oils to anything. Just be sure that you research which essential oils are safe to use on your body and the amounts. Don't put too much because it could be toxic that way also. So you just want to use a little bit.
Okay, so there's a lot of beauty products or skincare products that you can make yourself. You can make things like scrubs and exfoliants. You can make moisturizers, the toner, all those kinds of things, and they're relatively inexpensive to make.
For the scrubs in particular, you can use sugar and just mix that with a little bit of olive oil or almond oil and use that as a scrub on your face. Also, we didn't talk about this, which is also important. To relax in the tub, Epsom salt bath is a wonderful thing to do. And you can just buy plain Epsom salt and then just add your own essential oils to that. And that's a good way to get magnesium in your body to relax. And it's just great self-care.
Well, magnesium is an important supplement to have as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that, but
And most of us are deficient.
that's right. And it's a very important
For our
supplement.
muscles, relaxation, sleep.
Aren't there different
Mental health.
types of magnesium though?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Right.
how do you figure
Okay,
out
so-
which kind?
The citrate, I believe, is the one that might be a laxative. So you have to watch when you do take a magnesium supplement. I think there are like 7 different kinds. I
think
couldn't
so.
tell you all of them right now off the top of my head. But
I think Epsom salt is the type of
that is a laxative. Yeah. So there's a certain amount. You put a cup in your water, you should be good. You don't want to do it too much, too often, but because it can also dry out your skin. So maybe take a bath once or twice a week would be great. But if you are taking a magnesium supplement, then you want to be sure that you start at a low dose. If it's the magnesium, I believe it's the citrate that's the laxative, and start at the lowest dose. And if you have loose stools, you just keep taking it until your stools are better, then increase it until you get to the recommended dosage.
that must be where milk of magnesia comes from. I see. Okay. That's funny. Well,
But we will check on it to make sure which of the magnesiums it is, though.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's a good thing to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
is.
magnesium is very, very important supplement.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Helps with a lot of things.
We'll have to do a whole episode on supplements too.
Oh.
I thought about that. I was thinking about that yesterday when I was kind of thinking about how today would go, that it would be a good episode.
But that would be a long episode. that might be a series of episodes where we talk about different supplements because there's so many different things that
benefit our hormones.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Our life. And another good tip, ladies, if you're spraying perfume on your neck, that is where your thyroid is. So it's being absorbed right into that area of your body. So if you insist on wearing perfumes, try to do essential oils if you can. But if you have a perfume that you really love, maybe give a spritz in the air and run through it. Just a little bit here or there. And
spray, delay, and walk away.
So, yeah, just be careful about what you're putting.
And the perfume is a hard one for me. I got to tell you, I love it.
I know. And most women do. And me too. And I kind of like spray and do a little run through. So it's not just sitting on my skin. It might just like land in my hair a little bit,
And I'm bad about that, I have to say. And nail polish.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah. They are wonderful companies popping up that have toxic-free nail polish. Might not last as long, but it's good. I've used a few of them. I bring it with me even to my nail salon. And when I want to get a nice pedicure, and she'll just put my nail polish on for me. Because most of them are not going to have the toxin-free nail polish.
But they will if you take your own.
Yeah.
Use
Oh,
yours,
yeah. That's
so.
no problem.
Yeah. Because if you have a color that you particularly like, that's
so
they're good about that.
I'm going to ask that we go back maybe to the hair products because you mentioned shampoos and conditioners. Well, there's all kinds of other products to use on your hair too. So maybe we can talk a little bit about that. So you said something about these shampoos that don't foam up are actually better. I know there are a few out there. I don't know that I know the names of them necessarily, but is that something that's easier to find now than it used to be?
Yeah, I have a few on my website. I have Evolve H, which is one that was created for women during these years. The other one is Better Not Younger, is another company, or specifically hair products. And they curate not only the shampoos and conditioners, they have masks, they've got product that you can put in your hair afterwards for volume and that kind of thing too. So they have a lot of products across the board that you can use. Yeah. So it's not too hard. I think if you even just do a search on EWG or a Google search for safe hair products, paraben free, sulfate free.
All right. And I'm going to just make an assumption and say no hairspray.
For the most part. If you are going to use a hairspray, some of them have it, no aerosol.
Right.
Some of them just have like pump sprays that might be healthy.
Okay.
And they may use something in it. I don't know exactly what it is that's not toxic. But yeah, as much as you can. You're better off not doing that anyway because you may be inhaling it
well,
when you do
my thing. I think of that, just the little particles, how easy it would be to inhale all of that.
So there are a lot of products that kind of keep your hair where it needs to be without having to do that are probably safer. Of course, they're not all going to be 1 on the scale, on the EWG scale, but at least they'll be under 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's amazing how much my hair has changed as I enter, menopause. It's amazing. I just cannot believe it.
Hormonal changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. I used to have straight hair that was very flat and very, just blah. And now it's curly.
You got the oomph.
I've got the oomph. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is great. So you're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
A lot of women are concerned that the opposite happens and they're thinning hair and they're losing their hair and it's becoming
Yes.
So
okay, I know we're talking about products, and so we weren't necessarily talking about food, but what about coffee?
Okay, well, if you must drink coffee, well, I love coffee myself. But I love it more for the taste of it. Some people need it as the stimulant that for caffeine. But for women, especially, well, let's put it this way. There are 2 studies. If you are perimenopausal, coffee might not be that terrible for you unless you are suffering with extreme hot flashes and anxiety. Then, of course, the caffeine can make that a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
Right. If you're postmenopausal, you probably want to stick to decaf. If you do have those other issues, perimenopausal, and have those issues, you want to stick to decaf. But you want an organic decaf because I'll tell you, coffee beans are sprayed with tons of pesticides. So you really want organic coffee, no matter what kind of coffee you're drinking. And if you have to drink caffeinated, try to keep it to 1, maybe 2 cups in the morning, and then switch to decaf if you need to have it during the day.
So there's 2 things. One is whether or not you're drinking regular or decaf. And the other thing is the pesticides.
Right.
But on top of that, if you're drinking decaf coffee, the process used to extract the caffeine is also kind of scary.
Yeah. I would say there are organic decafs, which are probably better. So you might want to look into those.
I have been ordering an organic decaf online for years now. After you and I had the conversation, it's been several years ago. We were out at breakfast after one of our networking meetings, and you were ordering the decaf coffee because right before that you were still drinking some caffeinated regular coffee. And you started ordering the decaf, and I questioned you about that. What's going on? And you explained it to me. And at that point, I started ordering organic decaf coffee online. Yeah.
And unfortunately, when we go out for breakfast, well, of course, we're not getting organic decaf.
Right.
But that's once a week. So
And tea is the same.
Yeah.
Tea is the same.
Oh, yeah. If you can, loose tea is better than the tea bags because those tea bags are bleached, many of them. You have to look for teas that are organic and that the bag, if you are using a bag tea, that it's unbleached and no chemical process used for the bags. But if you can use loose tea, that's great. You just get one of the little tea strainers and make your own.
Good stuff right there. That's important
Yeah.
because we as women, we enjoy our tea and we enjoy our coffee, and a lot of us live on that coffee.
And we can go into a whole tea thing too when we do supplements.
Yeah, okay.
And herbal teas count as water. So especially there's no caffeine. I would not count any coffee, even if it's decaf, as water. But I would definitely count tea as your water intake for the day if it's a nice herbal tea.
Well, maybe let's talk about water. And you said we should be drinking filtered water. And I know me, I enjoy the sparkling waters a lot. Are there thoughts around that?
If you can, purchase them in a glass bottle.
Okay.
Sparkling water. And of course, you want it to be, you don't want any kind of artificial flavoring in any of them.
Yeah, because I do like Waterloo. You know, it's got the little bit of flavor in it, but my guess is we probably shouldn't be drinking that.
Well, there's all those flavored seltzers in a can now, which
Yeah.
are very, I mean, those things, I love them.
Yeah.
I drink
that should
a
be
fair
fine.
amount of them.
Yeah. Most of them should be fine. Yeah.
I love
And
those
yeah,
things.
so stay away from plastic bottles. So Perrier is good, in glass bottles. The different ones that come in glass bottles.
Okay.
As much as possible, stay away from the plastic. And I think things are changing. We'll see more glass come back too,
Well, this was an information-packed episode. I hope you all were taking notes because we zoomed through some pretty important topics pretty quickly.
Yeah, but we will definitely put links to a lot of the stuff that we think would be helpful to you guys. Lorraine's website and some of these other websites where you can look up products and what makes them safe or unsafe.
Right.
But we hope this was helpful, and we look forward to the next episode.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Thanks,
and I want
Lorraine.
all those
We
ladies
so
to take it all
appreciate-
in and get happy hormones.
Aw, happy. You want your hormones to be happy.
Yes.
Aw.
Thanks so much, Lorraine. We
Thanks.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Girlish Gurus. We hope you'll join us next time for a new, interesting, and fun topic. Be sure to check the description of this episode for any links or information about the episode's topics and to find us on our social media platforms.
And don't forget to download this episode, give it a good review, and share it with your girlfriends. The more interaction we get, the more episodes we can post.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.